Hey y'all, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I'm Aja A, and as you see tarot cards on your screen, that means it is time for a new moon reading. We are now in the Cancer lunar season. Before I get started, this video is for Scorpio, my fellow water sisters and brothers. So Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. If you feel like what I'm saying in this reading doesn't resonate with you, this video is probably not for you, so go on and check out your moon or rising sign. And I do have a link down in the description. Every video didn't take long for this one. Tongue twisted right away, right out the gate. Excuse me, as I was saying, if you're feeling like what I'm saying in this video isn't clicking with you, go on and check out your moon or rising sign. I have a link down in the description box below to a playlist with all of those videos. If you want some more information on what I mean by the new moon in Cancer or Cancer lunar season, go on and check out my video on that. I've got a link down there too, okay? All right, let's just get straight to it. This is going to be my typical new moon reading. Going to be looking at the energies for you Scorpios. Going to be looking at any energy that may be crossing you during this lunar cycle. And we're talking mid-July to mid-August. I think in the first couple of videos that I recorded, I was saying mid-June to mid-July, but I meant mid-July to mid-August if that was one of your like moon or rising signs. I record 12 of these videos. I stumble over my words all the time, as you guys know, especially if you watch my channel or watch my videos. All right, so looking at the energies, the crossing energies, because we're talking about the Cancer lunar cycle, we're going to be looking at things that need to be nurtured. Also going to be looking at emotional healing, or what do we need to lend more emotion to, more feeling to. And then as always, a soul message or a message to your higher self, a spirit message, just something additional for you to take away from this spread with you, okay? All right, what is in store for Scorpio, Scorpio sun? Oh, what's that? Son of Cups. The Son of Cups popped out, so maybe some opportunities in love or in, you know, the creative field. Maybe some sort of spiritual awakening. And then the Fool flipped out. So definitely something new, some shift for you in regards to the cups, the water element. All right, what's in store? Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising for this Cancer lunar cycle, mid-July to mid-August. All right, let's go on and cut the deck for you, Scorpio. It was very crisp, so I wonder what these cards are finna say. I guess what I'm finna say about these cards. Both. Alright, it's the energy for you. Okay. Crossing energies. Huh. It's interesting. Nourish. It's interesting. Also, okay, Scorpio. Emotional healing. And spirit. Okay. Take a sip of water on that one. All right, Scorpio. All right. So, in the position, I'm sorry, I'm looking at this Nine of Swords and this Five of Cups. You got two all shit cards in your spread, but we'll see what that means. I'm looking at them and say Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is coming up in the position of the energy for you. So, for this lunar cycle in Cancer, we're looking at an energy that has to do with change and shifting and transformation, which is your sign's elements, and that could just be because you are under a water moon. You're going to be able to tap into your water energy. Although this is a Pentacles card, the change is typically happens on a higher level. The Pentacles is just saying wherever this change comes into play is going to have to do with something related to the earth element. The Pentacles is associated with the earth element, so we're talking about foundations, talking about your career, sometimes relationships, talking about your money. We could be talking about, you know, where you're living or how you're living. The Two of Pentacles coming up, though, is saying, like, this change is inevitable, and it's crazy because although this Wheel of Fortune is the last card in your spread, it is right underneath the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is like the Wheel of Fortune on a baby scale. This is like baby Wheel of Fortune. This is like, okay, the big kahuna. So this energy that you're going to be working with during this lunar cycle, you're really going to be tuned into this water energy, Scorpio. You're going to be thinking about and feeling in the physical sense a shift in your life and seeing a shift in the way that things are playing out for you. So that could go one of two ways. And because I'm seeing the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups, I'm going to say that the change for you during this time, Scorpio, could possibly not seem like the best thing going on for you, if that makes sense. But what I will say, especially because you do have a divine timing, you got two divine timing cards in your spread, because you have these two cards in your spread. Sorry, it's commotion going on outside. Because you've got these two cards in your spread, I will say that whatever is going down has to happen. I'm feeling this on a Saturn being in Capricorn type of energy, and because we've got Cancer in the moon in Cancer, we did just come off of the full moon in Capricorn. You know, things that are not supposed to be, and that could point to, you know, the way you're doing the things that you do are actually the things that you're involved in physically, more so probably looking at the physical. But things that are not supposed to be are being broken down. Foundations are crumbling so that space can be cleared for you to build upon the things that you're actually supposed to be doing in life. So this Two of Pentacles energy coming in for this lunar cycle in Cancer is saying, like, whatever is going down may have you feeling like, oh my gosh, what is going on? But it is going on so that you can do whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, okay? Coming up in the position of what's crossing you here, Scorpio, I've got the Five of Cups, and the cups is our element. It is the water element, having to do with our emotions, having to do with love, friendships, family, spiritual things. Excuse me, sorry. However, as I mentioned at the beginning, as I was talking earlier, and I was like, what's this about? The Five of Cups is one of my aw shit cards. If you don't know what an aw shit card is, if this is your first time tuning into a Sunshine Haze video, an aw shit card is a card that comes out in a spread that makes me go, aw shit. So coming up in the position of what's crossing you, and this is a heavy energy, but the Two of Pentacles is a very strong, very grounded, a very balanced energy. So this energy is an energy of sadness, a feeling of, you know, grief, a feeling of, you know, just being down or depressed, or just feeling like you don't want to continue forward and doing the things you were doing because nothing seems to be working out for you. So this heavy energy, and this has been very prominent, it's been a theme for people that I've been reading for myself, for my friends, and for my family, having this little pocket of negative thoughts in the back of our minds. Oop. Yeah, gotta get that out of here. My selenite jumped out my hand, like, okay, let's get rid of it. Having this little pocket of negative thoughts nestled in the back of your mind, attached to positive things that we want to do. So some people actually have mastered this and they don't think this way, but a lot of us tend to have an idea of what it is that we want or what it is that we need, very positive. However, in the back of our heads, we are conditioned to feel like, okay, well, it could turn out like this, so be prepared. I have, for the longest, one of my personal mantras has been, hope for the best, expect the worst, and I'm actually trying to move away from that, because that puts you in a headspace of, okay, I really, really want this, but just in case something goes bad, I'm going to expect this. And so when you expect certain things, negative energy is also very powerful. It wants to consume the light. It can't, but it wants to. So it comes in and it says, okay, well, you have this powerful thought, and because this is a little budding baby, this is a 2 card, because this is new, this is fresh, it doesn't really hold the power to ground itself the way that you want it to, but this fear that you have is very prominent. This is something that you know that you can feel. So this is going to come in and overpower this. Scorpio, that is not something that you want. And to be completely honest, you're a very determined sign. You are the sign that gets shit done. So you should not allow the negative aspects of your own energy to consume you. It's time to move away a little bit from the water, especially the dark and muddy waters, and tap a little bit into some earth, okay? Excuse me. Moving on from the Five of Cups into the Nine of Swords. Why am I so winded? Because I'm standing up. I'm like, what? I have never read like this before and felt so badly like I just want to go lay down. I'm standing up. I have this stuff out on a table, and I just didn't think to like position a chair behind me, and I just don't feel like I'm too far into the game to go looking for a chair now. So bear with me, Scorpios, bear with me. Nine of Swords here. This is another one of my aw shit cards. The Nine of Swords coming up. This is in the position of what needs to be nurtured, and the sword suit is connected to the air element, and the air has everything to do with our perspective, our mental, the way that we're looking at the world, the way that we're thinking about things. I already talked about the negative thoughts and how that can be overpowering to a positive thought, no matter how badly you want it. If it's not something that's been completely developed, this negative thought will and can and will consume it. So this is coming up in the position of what needs to be nurtured, and I'm not going to read it like this. What I'm going to say is this is what needs to, although this is the emotional healing, I'm going to say this is what needs to be healed. So nurture this in the sense of if you don't, this is what's going to happen. So the Nine of Swords is a card that, it's a very dark card, very, very dense, this is just not a good card. I do not like pulling this card. So this coming up in this position is saying, you know, Scorpio, you've got a plan. You know, I put out a video for y'all a few months ago, and y'all rocked with me super tough. 7K views and still counting, even though we're well out of the Aries lunar cycle, but I'm not complaining. Y'all are dope. You've got a plan, God's plan, but, you know, like I said, oh, it's raining. It literally just started raining. Yeah, this is the water element. This is a cleansing element. It's crazy. Synchronicity is crazy. Scorpio, it's definitely time for you to, this is a card pointing to allowing your external thoughts and your internal thoughts to cloud your vision and to cause that cloudiness, that haziness to manifest in the way that you're moving about life. So this card coming up is saying during this lunar cycle, Scorpio, you may be in a position to where you may be playing, you may be not, I'm not even going to say playing the victim, maybe in a place where you are the victim to, you know, like I said, your surroundings, to the things going on, to things that you just can't change. You've got the Wheel of Fortune in here, so divine timing, everything happening is supposed to be happening for a reason. Crumbling foundations. Libra's reading was very similar. But for you, Scorpio, I think the crumbling foundations come in a sense of you've got to change your perspective, and you've got to clear out the things that are weighing down on your heart and on your mind. You've got the cups and you've got the sword element here. So we're talking about inevitable change, shifts that need to happen within your mental and within your emotional space. And this being a water moon, although it's not the full moon is typically about cleansing. This being the water moon is new cycles. So this could be a time for you to start bringing in new habits in the way that you're processing things mentally and emotionally, okay? Now, coming up on the other side of things is where things start to get good, Scorpio. You're in the position of emotional healing, or, you know, what that's looking like, or, you know, how's your heart chakra looking? That's how I've been talking about this card. How is your heart chakra looking? You've got the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is one of the good cards. It does point to somebody being in a position where things hadn't been working out the way that you planned. External and internal, you know, influences, fear, doubt, and that coming from you and people outside of you, making you feel, you know, very defeated. The Six of Swords coming up is saying, you know, as far as your mental is concerned, as far as your perspective is concerned, as far as the way that you see things, that's going to change. And in turn, when that changes, So will this. You'll be able to come out of this Five of Cups energy. You'll be able to come out of this Nine of Swords energy. This is in a reading for the lunar cycle in Cancer, so we're only talking about a month. So although you do have some heavy, dense energy cards in your spread, Scorpio, you're going to come out of this, and this is also coming up towards the end of your spread. So this is saying towards the end of this lunar cycle, you can expect to see things start to shift. The Six of Swords points to hope. Like, no matter what crazy stuff has been happening here, as I was saying, did I say that in this reading? I may have said this already. Actually, I don't think I did. The only way out of the bottom is up. You know, it's a lot of chaos down here. It's a lot of stuff. You don't know what's going on. Things have been kind of crazy. However, we haven't gotten here just yet, but things are going to change. That's crazy. Lightning, thunder, and I'm just feeling like I see the Tower card for you, Scorpio. Things are going to change. There is hope. You will, Scorpio, have to really tap into this water energy under this moon and cleanse certain things out of your heart chakra and cleanse certain things out of that crown chakra. You do some meditations. Go and get some energy work done if you need to. If you're a physical person, go play some sports, go exercise. If you're creative, paint it out, write it out, do what you got to do. Talk to somebody. You've got to clear some things out, Scorpio, because there is something that's supposed to be coming in for you. You're just not going to be able to tap into that energy until you do away with this. But as hard as this seems, as impossible as this may seem right now, you've got the Six of Swords coming up here saying that there is a lot of hope. So, is that a little gnat on the table? It sure was. Get out the way, buddy. There's hope. This is a card, a random message. This is a card that is also a card of travel. So in regards to your emotional healing, this may be a time for you where you might take like a little emotional retreat, possibly where you like go maybe take like a hike or go to a beach or something, or maybe you know, just take like a little bit of a me weekend and go to a spa or something, or spend a weekend in your house in like a little zen spot or something. This is a card that points to that. If that's something that's been coming up for you, Scorpio, definitely take that opportunity, because it is something that could help you move out of this energy here, okay? All right, so lastly, in this spread, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and that's in the position of your soul message. So this is one of my divine timing cards. This is also one of my karmic cards for a lot of the signs for this lunar cycle in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. I'm very spiritual, very in tune with, excuse me, very in tune with spirituality. Also water, also very transformative. The Wheel of, and this Cancer new moon is at home in the sign of Cancer, and it is the new moon, meaning that this is the new beginning, the new year for Cancers. I just had a birthday, so new cycles all around, and the Wheel of Fortune is a card of cycles. This card coming up in the position of your soul message, Scorpio, what I want to say is, as I was saying a couple times earlier in the spread, everything that's happening here, this heavy energy, connected again to Saturn and Capricorn, things are crumbling so that you can make space to do the things and build upon the things that you need in your life, or you're supposed to be doing. Although this energy is heavy, it's happening for a reason. It's happening because you actually can't shift into whatever this change is and really ground those things and really build upon those foundations until you do away and clear and heal whatever this Five of Cups is and whatever this Nine of Swords is. This is a task. These are cards with heavy energy, but this is saying that it is possible. You do have to do the work. This is a mental task. You've got two sword cards here. So this is more about your mental, Scorpio. This is more about you being in your head. You guys do spend a lot of time there. You are a water sign that operates with a lot of air energy. So, you know, this is a time for you to tap into kind of like your little alter ego element and figure out what it is that needs to be healed, figure out what it is that needs to be fixed, in a sense. I don't like to say fixed because that's just not really... But yeah, Scorpio, there's some healing that needs to be done, and all of this stuff that is happening so that you can tap into that Two of Pentacles energy, and just keep in mind that it is divine timing. There is light at the top. You know, you're reaching towards a rainbow once you come out of all of this chaos. All right, Scorpio, that's it. That's your reading. I hope it provided some insight for you. If you feel like, yeah, you got the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So whatever you're feeling during this time, and this water energy is heavy, it's kind of like a double whammy for you. Like, gosh, like you're already a water sign. And then you got Cancer, sensitive water energy on top of it. So, you know, Scorpio, whatever sadness you're feeling, and there's the Two of Swords, whatever you got. And then the Eight of Cups. Okay, so very quickly, we saw the Three of Swords. Something is making you sad. This stuff here, you've got a decision to make. You know the answer, Scorpio. This is the Eight of Cups. Whatever you're doing right now is not where it's at. The Eight of Cups points to, yeah, wrap it up. That's not serving you anymore. Okay, so if you feel like you want some more insight, or you want to try a different reading or whatever, you can book a reading with me through Etsy, or you can send me an email. I'm also on Instantgo. Excuse me. Go on and hit that little thumbs up button for me down below if you like the video. If you have any questions or comments, go on and drop them down below. I check my channel pretty frequently. I respond to you within a couple days for the most part. If you're still listening to me talk, I hope you liked the video. So go on and hit subscribe so you can keep up with when I put out new videos and new tarot forecasts. What else, y'all? I said subscribe, like, comment, share. If you know any Scorpio people, or you know any people cross-watching for their Scorpio boos, go on and send them this video. You guys do share my videos quite a bit, and that contributes to a lot of the growth on my channel. I just saw the Death card, which is y'all's card. Transformation, coming into a new Scorpio. Things do have to phase out for you to come into a new, okay? Yeah, go on and share the video if you know anybody that you feel like might be interested. And thank you for sharing all of my previous videos and rocking with me so tough. I love you, Scorpios. I really do. I think that's it. I think that's all the plugs. Check out all the videos that I mentioned at the beginning. Also, check out the retrograde videos. We've got a lot of retrogrades happening currently. Hey! I just finished the Scorpio video. Well, it's still recording, but...
So he's gonna leave that table here?
I'm glad he did.
No, I'm asking, but like...
I guess.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for watching, y'all.